All right. So, I suppose we can give you guys an update video. It's September 12th, and I'm just getting ready to go home. You can see it's dark out. It's Thursday, so I gotta go home, go to bed, and get up and go to work tomorrow. Been doing some stuff out here, moving some stuff around, getting ready to work on some stuff. I'm gonna give you a little update of what's going on and what's to come on YouTube and what's coming up that I'm getting ready for, stuff like that. So let's start off with this truck. Okay, so this is the C65. Well, actually, what's coming up, and those of you that's followed me a while know that I do that straw project thing where we put straw down for the go-kart races, and that's pretty much the only reason I have any content for YouTube. I don't do much on YouTube that would be outside of that. I mean, working on trucks, I have the trucks because of that. Baling straw, working on tractors, so we have the tractors. Well, I have the tractors for farming and stuff, but any baling videos is because of that. Any truck videos is because of that. So that's coming up here. We got to put straw down the 22nd, so I've been getting ready for that here the past couple months. Surely, slowly, it's going on. But this truck, we used it last year. We're not using it this year because it's in a million pieces. The ring gear got ate out of it, and I haven't got it fixed yet. The Napa store has been kind of screwing me over on that. I can't get a hold of their machine shop. I haven't been able to get a hold of their machine shop for 2 months. Tried playing phone tag, and they don't answer their phone. There's nobody there when you stop over. The doors are unlocked. Lights are on. Nobody's home. So I don't know what the deal is, but I can't use this truck because it's in a million pieces. We're going to use the Paystar still. That's what we bought that one for, but we're going to use Dad's Freightliner. And if you don't know what a Freightliner is, some of you do. It's a red crew cab tandem axle Freightliner that he bought last year, I think it was. Last year, the year before, I don't remember. We've had it a while. I just don't do nothing with it. It's needed work, and it's kind of an awkward truck. It's right here. This one. Crew cab, tandem axle. It does have a wet kit on it. There's a review on this truck, I think, somewhere way back in the videos. But we're going to use it. Yeah, it's really long for what we need it for. I mean, I only need it to be like that long. I don't even need it to be that long, but that's the only option we have. Now, the reason we don't do anything with this truck, or haven't done anything with this truck, is because when Dad bought it, we were bringing it home and it was overheating. So we put antifreeze in it, and he didn't know that it only takes extended life antifreeze. So he put green antifreeze in it. So we got to do a flush on it. And the air compressor, which is nestled up in there, well, supposed to be nestled up in there. It's not there at the moment. It was leaking oil out of it, or out of the where it mounts to the engine. Nope, somebody's getting rowdy in a power stroke. Well, that might even be a Duramax. But we'll come in here. There's a little bit less bug noise. It was leaking, and the day he bought it, I noticed it was shaking real bad. The air compressor was loose, and when we got it home, we tightened it up. It stopped leaking oil for a little bit, and then it started leaking again. What had happened is the bottom mounting bolt hole flange thing busted off, and as an emergency fix, then people just gobbed silicone all over it, and it was leaking around the silicone and everything, and that was one of the reasons it was wobbling real bad, because it only had one bolt holding it. So we got that off. We're going to get a new one tomorrow and get that in there, and that truck will be going, and the Paystar will be going. We're going to do work on the Paystar after this project's over. I got to do front wheel seals on it and front brakes. But I gotta wait till this truck's done so it can get out of the way. I got parts for this truck. I got manifolds, valve cover gaskets. I got a dipstick over there. I don't have a flywheel yet. I gotta get the carb done. We got a lot to do on this truck yet. Rear main, I think, needs done. Oil pan gasket needs done. I'm getting antifreeze leaking from somewhere, probably out of here. But I think what I'm leaning towards is when I get this truck back together, I'm going to take that toolbox off of it that we put on. Yes, I know I just put that on there, but I'm going to take it off, and we're going to sell this truck. That's the plan. I want to get, this is only if we decide to continue to do this straw thing next year. We had issues with it last year, and if the same issues come up this year, we're thinking about calling her quits because there won't be no way to do it. But that's a conversation for a later date. What the plan is, if we continue to do this, we're going to update the trucks that we pull the trailers with. I'm going to keep the Paystar for now. I want to redo it. That's a pretty cool truck. I like that truck. We're going to redo the Paystar, you know, when I'm about 45 and whatever. But we're going to keep the Paystar, and I want to sell this truck, and I want to buy 2 identical trucks, whether they be Freightliners or Internationals or Kenworths or whatever. I want to buy 2 identical single axle trucks. Same engine, same transmission, same axles, same body, same chassis, same. I want them to be twins, identical twins. And I have a guy that can probably hook me up. He probably has about 5 trucks that match, but I want to get rid of this truck, and I want to go to 2 identical short single axle trucks. Even day cab tandem axles, but preferably single axles, because that's 4 less tires, 2 less sets of brakes, 1 less axle to take care of. It's shorter, it's a little bit cheaper, you know, when you got to replace things on them, because there's 1 whole axle you don't got to worry about. And these older trucks are getting harder to get parts for, especially with these big block gas engines. Let me tell you, finding parts for them can get a little tricky, because they're different than just a regular big block, because they're that tall deck. So you got to do some hunting and pecking and fishing to find parts for them. And as like air compressors and stuff go bad on them, you got to update air compressors. Your air compressor is worth more than the truck is. As we found out with Dad's Freightliner, the new air compressor for it's like $1,200. He paid $4,500 for that truck. You know, this truck I paid $1,300 for. You know, if I had to buy a $1,200 air compressor for it, the air compressor, now that's a truck I've had it a while, it depreciated a little bit. The air compressor becomes worth more than the truck is. So, you know, and these got the Dayton style rims, so they wobble, and it's just time to update a little bit. I'm looking for like a 8100 International single axle truck, a pair of them, or even like an FL70, a pair of them. Something 90 and newer is what I need, up to like 2002, 2003. I don't want to go too new, because I really don't want to spend a fortune on these trucks, because they're going to get used very little. I mean, I have a price in mind that I want to pay for a pair and no more. And if I shop at Ritchie Brothers, I can probably achieve that. I'd really not like to be any older than like 1985 at the most. I really don't want to be older than 90. But that's the plan. As far as, well, that's what I'm working on now. The H is up in the air. It's up here with the plans for it, because I know it's been in the shot, so you might be wondering about it. This is in line to be repaired whenever I get that far. But the order of things now, we got straw project, then comes harvest time. Okay, so we're working on straw project stuff now, harvest time stuff. There's a combine sitting right here. Can't see it, it's in the shadow, but it's right there. We got to work on that next. I think I'm going to pull the engine out of it. I got to have the radiator worked on. I got to pull the engine out of it to do all the gaskets and stuff. It'd just be easier to pull the engine instead of having to climb up and down that stupid thing about 50 million times. And you have to pull the engine anyways to get to the oil pan to change that gasket and whatnot. So a couple bolts, I'll have that whole thing pulled out. And we'll work on it. And after that, I don't know what we'll be working on after that. Probably this truck. I need to get this truck done. A lot of stuff to do, no time to do it. As far as upcoming videos, you'll have this video hopefully tonight. And then I have some videos from around Labor Day. I went to the tractor show. I put some lights on my 3500 Dodge. I have a couple of hit and miss videos of working on that Freightliner, doing some stuff, I think. I record stuff and then I don't record stuff. It's a lot of work doing YouTube if you don't do YouTube. I mean, it's like a second job almost. Not quite. It does take time though, because you got to edit videos. I got a new phone. I broke 2 of my Samsung phones. I broke one, smashed it in my Ford tailgate. 2 weeks later, 2 weeks after I got the replacement, it cracked in my pocket. So now I'm on a different phone. I don't know how the videos are going to turn out, how the sound's going to be, or how I'm even going to upload to YouTube, because that had a video editor and whatnot on it. So I don't know. That's what's going on around here. Everything's just a chaotic mess. Got tools everywhere. Got all kinds of stuff going on. But I need to go home, so let's get this shut down. And go home, and while I'm laying in bed trying to fall asleep, I'll edit some of these videos up that I have on my phone. I don't really have anything on the GoPro, which is good because GoPro videos don't get uploaded very quick because they take forever for me to edit. I got a lot of cleaning to do. I do want to start working on this truck again. I have a goal in mind, and I don't think I touched on it in any of the other videos, but in 2022, the Red Power Roundup's coming to Springfield, Ohio, and I have a goal in mind for that. I want to have a few things done. I want to have the H restored, I want to have the M restored, and I want to have the C restored. Possibly the Super C that's outside. Don't know. Want to have those restored, and I want to have a trailer for the Paystar, and I want to have the Paystar kind of updated with the newer style rims and everything, because I want to take all that stuff to the Red Power Roundup. And I would like this truck to go. It won't be going the way I want it to, completely done, but it might go under its own power and kind of done up. Rat roddy. It'll have this frame on it. Ideally, I'd like to have a whole new frame for the whole thing, which is the goal when I get this one built and the holes drilled and everything where it needs to be. I'm going to strip it all down and have a new frame made for it. That way it's all nice and you don't got to worry about these rust spots where the rust had pushed it out, because it was a double frame for a little bit, and you can see the gap in there. I can stick my whole finger in there. That's how much rust has pushed it out, and the frame's not exactly the right width. It kind of tapers down for the new axle. New axle and old frame weren't the same. That's why it's got the new frame, but those are some goals. So we're going to have probably a video series called Red Power Roundup or Bust, and that would showcase getting everything ready for the Red Power Roundup. I have the sickle bar mower for this that would get redone. I got the manure spreader at home that I would like to have redone, because they're going to feature everything. It's International Farmall Mega Show. So I'd like to have an implement at least for every tractor. I'd really like to get a hold of a pull type combine or just an international combine, period. And if I can find one before my beans are ready to go, I might pull the trigger on one, pull type or regular, just because my gleaner is kind of far out there. I might have to hire my beans out anyways, just because of the time frame and everything that I got going on. So, anywho, it's time to go home. I'll quit rambling. If you stayed this long in the video, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.